It's been a while, but we're back at the coffee table. I think it's been most of the year. We started filming these, what do we call it, chats and snacks at around March, April, May-ish at the beginning of the year, and we just haven't done it for a very long time. But we are back, and now we've got something different, something we haven't really done before. We're trying some liquids, some fizzy liquids. I do have Linden with me. And I noticed we've gone for something very interesting here because we've got a whole bunch of pink in the middle and then brown on the outside.
It's like a steak.
Yeah, well, that's how I like my steak. And not so much anything else. So I guess I was almost challenged in a way. Someone I know mentioned that they had an A&W root beer. Hi, James, if you're watching. And he said it tasted like deep heat. And I didn't believe him. I'm like, how bad could it be? Mind you, I've never had root beer because this is, mind you, a root beer and not a ginger beer. And so I can't say I'm really familiar with what it should taste like. Have you ever had root beer, Lyndon?
I have. I did.
And what would you say it tastes like?
My recollection was it had a very similar taste to mouthwash. Very medicinal.
Wow. I don't mind mouthwash. Not drinking it, mind you. I like it when it's in my mouth, but I don't swallow it.
Well, I'm rather... And that was nearly 15 years ago that I had
Okay.
root beer.
Maybe your palate has changed since then. But yeah, all of this other stuff we just sort of grabbed as we were looking around in our local soft drink factory or rectory. Wait, is that where our nuns hang out? Calypso, I'm not even sure if it is a soft drink.
That's an ice cream, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's a calipo. Or a calippo, as we say here. I know it's British, and all I know is that it's minging.
I've just started this calypso. It is fucking minging.
That means bad.
Well, okay. I'm just going from what I hear. This one I just came across and I'm like, what could that possibly taste like? A sour watermelon soda.
I imagine it's going to taste like a warhead.
I imagine
It's been dissolved in like soda water.
Now, Dr. Pepper is something that they brought here, I remember in the 90s. And I tried it in the 90s and remember thinking, it doesn't taste like Coke. I'm not really interested. Yeah, well, I don't remember what it tastes like. But strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper might be a completely different story.
But it's 150 calories.
Whoa!
Now, I've had...
Per can.
Per can. I've had like... I remember looking at like a dish of pasta and it being like 300 calories.
And so you're saying that this is like half of a thing of pasta?
Yes.
I guess we're not... Well, I can only have half a serving of pasta tonight then if I have all of this. And then this one... this is a birthday cake flavoured candy can. Thankfully, it's 0 sugar. So it's probably not going to be the sweetest one out of this bunch. Don't eat it, drink it. This came along with a whole bunch of other really sweet flavoured soft drinks. We only picked one, but the other options were, I believe, like marshmallow, bubble gum. I can't even remember the rest. Probably like Tutti Frutti or something ridiculous like that.
I always find bubblegum to be the strangest of flavours.
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, what is that flavour? Because bubblegum is flavoured itself.
That's right. So yeah, bubblegum is either usually
how is
grape flavoured or I don't know, like mint flavoured, spearmint flavoured. So yeah, you don't often have, or grape flavoured. I think I started by saying that, but you don't often have bubblegum flavoured bubblegum unless you're having like a Bubble-O Bill and you're biting his nose off. And last but certainly not least, we have Melba's Fixins coffee cake soda.
So we're ending with with two cake-themed drinks.
Which I wasn't too sure about, but I guess I've got to try it.
You want to try it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what does it say at the bottom? You'll get your... What was it?
You'll get your fixins.
All right. I suppose we should go in order. Maybe you could do the honor of opening all these and pouring these all out. Oh, I feel refreshed already, and so does the table. So it's a big blob that fell out. Maybe not a full glass, just a sample.
If you do it in slow motion, you might have seen that my finger went in as well.
Oh.
So you can enjoy that.
Let's see that in slow motion. Great. So now it's going to taste perfectly with your finger. All right. Now I'm going to have to go one-handed as I try this.
It smells very medicinal.
Whoa, it smells, I hate to say it, James, it smells exactly like deep heat. I haven't even tasted it yet, but it smells a hell of a lot like deep heat. Oh boy.
Yeah, it tastes about the same that I remember it.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like ginger beer, I'll say that. So I don't know what root it's made out of. Maybe the deep heat root. But let me try that again.
It's an interesting flavour. I don't think it's a bad flavour. I don't think it's a good flavour. But it's not like if you had to drink it, you'd be like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I could drink this whole can. I guess I'm going to have to. I paid for it. But it certainly has a very distinctive sort of chemical medicine-y flavour.
My suspicion, though, is this is going to be the best tasting drink out of all of them.
I guess we'll see. Now, I just realised as well, we should probably wash these glasses out after we've sampled them, just so we can give a fair assessment, because otherwise we're going to have combining flavours and smells. So let's come back once we've rinsed out these glasses. Linden was just saying as we were rinsing out the glasses that we almost need like a sorbet, like you would between courses at a fancy restaurant.
To be fair, I feel like it's not going to make much of a difference. I'm sure
not.
These aren't going to have subtle flavours.
No.
I think it's going to be sweeter, or sour in one of the cases.
Yes.
That's the one I'm sort of interested. Well,
This one.
That was-
I suppose if they are any... Oh, thank goodness there's no caffeine. If anything, I can't see them getting much sweeter than this first one. That was incredibly sweet.
I think we're.
But I'm ready for the Calypso now. This is if I was a betting man, this is, I think, the one that I would say is the best out of all of them, without having tried it. This is the one I'm presuming is going to taste the best, because it's the one that looks like the most like juice to me.
I feel like we don't have to have as much.
No. Let's see if it is minging. I'm super keen. All right, let's smell it first. It smells refreshing.
Real lemon bits.
Oh, I can certainly taste the lemon.
Actually,
It's not too bad. It does also say shake well, which we did not do.
well, I'm jumping up and down as I'm drinking it, so I feel like that cancels it out. It's just a very sweet lemonade.
It's a very sour lemonade, in my opinion.
It is sour as well.
I tell you what, it's refreshing. It's not terrible. As far as like chemical flavors go, this one is way more chemically than this one. This just tastes like a lemonade that someone poured a whole bunch of lemon in.
It'd be a very nice mixer.
It
feels
would.
It feels like it belongs in a cocktail.
Yes, that's a great idea. Maybe we should do a cocktail video where we mix all of these soft drinks with booze. See what it goes best with. Look, now we've got to rinse again. I guess we'll be right back for Mr. Warhead.
Suck your dad. It's minging, it's fucking minging.
Do you feel like you've slipped into vacation mode now?
Certainly have. I feel like I've spent a week on the beach already. Now,
Well, it's time to go to war.
but only in our heads.
What is it good for?
Warheads
Sour
is,
drinks.
Warheads is sort of like what you would say is like a rude name for people with PTSD.
Oh, jeez.
No, but we both misread this bottle cap as slip into vaccination mode. I don't know how that's possible.
It's important to get vaccinated.
I guess so.
I also read get your flu shots as get your flush.
Oh, when we were walking down the street earlier after collecting these cans, yes. Get your flush shots. All right, shall we go to war and see how sour this watermelon soda is?
I didn't stick my finger in it that time.
Oh, it sounds refreshing.
I can do that after the fact.
Geez, I wonder what this one's going to be like. Oh, we can have a cameo from our neighbours if we're quiet enough. No, okay, they're being very silent for a change. They must know the camera's on. All right, let's smell it first. Oh, I don't like how that smells. I really don't like how this smells, folks.
Have you had warheads before?
Oh, I tell you what. Again, it's actually somewhat refreshing. It's not really sour. It's about as sour as like grapes are off the shelf.
It's very chemically
Yes.
flavoring, but it does sort of just taste like, as you might imagine, you've like dissolved some warheads in like.
Yeah. It doesn't taste as
some
sour
soda
as
water.
warheads typically do to me. It just tastes, like I said, mildly refreshing. Not a lot like watermelon, but definitely watermelon flavoring. Again, I wouldn't be unhappy drinking this. I was expecting something to
I was
be
sort of hoping it
incredibly
to be
sour.
very pungent. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Oh, how disappointing. Isn't it sad that like the worst one we've had so far is the one that you reckon was going to be the best?
I prefer it over the pink lemonade.
Now, I think this one is definitely going to be, the Dr. Pepper is definitely going to be on the sweeter side. But we're going to find out very shortly once we get our rinse on. All right, I think it's time for Dr. Pepper himself, the only one of these soft drinks who went to medical school. I remember the ads. You can open the can as I tell this story. I remember the ads for Dr. Pepper when it first came to Australia. I'm pretty sure it was like Sydney Harbour, but then like the Statue of Liberty came out of the water and just started wandering into the Sydney, the Sydney skyline. Almost couldn't find it there for a second.
Getting some shots of my knee.
Yes. Well, you do have it tantalizingly exposed for everybody. I can actually smell that from here.
Ooh, it smells very familiar.
What does that smell like?
I guess it smells like every
I tell
strawberry
you,
flavour.
I was gonna say it smells exactly like artificial strawberry flavoring. Let's try it. Ooh,
Now,
that's
if I was like being critical of root beer being very medicinal in flavour, this tastes like medicine more than
yes.
anything.
I was gonna say this tastes pretty bad. This like I hate strawberry flavoring, and this tastes so much like this strawberry stuff over here was barely noticeable. I don't even know if it was strawberry flavoring, but this stuff, oh boy, it tastes like the worst, cheapest strawberry lollies that you can find in the market. Let me try it again.
It tastes like
Oh,
it tastes like some sort of like medicine.
yes.
Whereas the
Like
root
child's
beer,
medicine, of course.
the root beer tastes like a cocktail made out of
Out of medicine?
Yeah, so you've got
Like-
other drink.
you mean like
proper drinks,
Purple drank or something like that?
something like that. But this just tastes straight up like
Ugh.
medicine.
Ugh. That is nasty. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drink all that.
You have to.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to. Oh, well. All right. I can't wait to move on to our birthday cake one. We're going to celebrate with this one. And we're back. And we're finally moving towards the end of the evening.
Happy birthday!
It's dessert time when we'll be cutting a nice slice of birthday cake right before we have more cake. With coffee.
It's
But
a party without multiple cakes.
we'll get there in the end. All right, so let's see how this sugar-free soft drink tastes, given that it's birthday flavored. Maybe the blessing in disguise is that it's sugar-free. Oh, he's going for himself first.
They're
for a
all
change.
pink.
Yeah, I told you these are all pink drinks, with the
Except for
exception
the brown ones.
except for the brown ones.
Except for the ones that aren't pink.
This is our pink and brown drink special. All right, so traditionally we'll go with a smell first.
Oh,
It doesn't smell as strongly as the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper, I can tell you that. But it certainly doesn't smell good. Let's try it. Ugh.
is this what birthday cake tastes like?
Yeah, those sad birthdays when none of your friends show up. That's exactly what it tastes like.
Doesn't really taste of anything apart from sweetness.
No, it doesn't even taste like sweetness. It tastes like artificial sweetness.
That's what I mean, like a sweetener.
Yeah, oh. It's like that artificial sweetener that you get in those little tablets. You know, the little tablets that you get and you can put them in your coffee if you're really not into sugar or joy or fun. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah, just like
Oh,
what
God.
flavour would you like in your would you like your drink? Sweet and low, please.
Yes, that's exactly what it tastes like. Oh, but I don't know what the deal is here, but have you ever got, like, anytime you get a zero sugar drink, be it a Coke Zero or a Pepsi Max or anything that doesn't have a whole lot of sugar in it, it always has that really overpowering artificial sweetener flavor to it, and it ruins it, and I can never drink sugar-free stuff because, you know, I think a little bit of sugar is not going to hurt me as much as the horrible taste of artificial sweetener. Oh, boy. All right, I guess we're moving on to coffee and cake
So
time
end of the
next.
evening.
Yeah,
Time to finish up with some coffee.
yeah, but we'll do that after we rinse. The moment we've all been waiting for. The coffee and cake soda. Melba's Fixins. We're certainly going to get our fixing. This is the one that I was most worried about going into it, but now I think it has every chance of being a lot better.
No messages on the top here.
No.
that's a...
I saw the gas appear on the top there when you opened it. That was
That's
interesting.
probably decades old.
Hey, you know what you have to say with this, though?
What do I have to say?
Have some coffee and cake.
Have some coffee and cake.
Have some!
Have some.
Did you say it's probably decades old? Like this is a relic from the 70s or something? It certainly looks that way. I get that vibe from it, definitely. Oh boy.
It's very light in colour.
Yeah, this is probably the lightest brown one that we have of the two. Oh, it certainly...
It smells like vanilla essence.
It smells like coffee flavouring to me. Let's give it a go.
It just tastes like vanilla to me.
It does. It does just taste like vanilla flavouring. It doesn't even taste like coffee. I don't even think it has coffee in it. We didn't even look at any of the ingredients that was in these things.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, we certainly got our fixins.
It's got vitamin A and C, calcium and iron %.
Hey, look, where our faces are in the bottle.
Oh. Faces.
Oh, there it
in
is.
a
There it is.
bottle.
There it is. Hold on. Carbonated artesian spring water, cane sugar, citric acid, caramel color. Flash pasteurized as natural preservative. And what flavor is that there? Flavor. It's like being covered up by the design.
Natural flavour.
Natural flavor.
There's no vanilla in it. Oh, I guess vanilla is a natural flavour.
Yeah. It's as natural as it comes when it comes to all of these. All right. I think the last thing that I think I should do, you don't have to do this, is pour a little bit of each into the cup and we'll see what it tastes like combined. Give it a go. We don't need to rinse it out since we're going to be mixing together. Just a little bit of each.
Do you need a little cocktail spoon?
I think I'll be all right. But did you ever do that thing of like you'd go to Pizza Hut or any sort of like buffet place and you'd mix all the soft drinks together and the idea of making like the ultimate soft drink? And they'd always just end up tasting of nothing. Or whatever the last one you put in would be the most overpowering element. Oh, great. The most disgusting one has just gone in. Oh, this is definitely going to be a nice brown. You could trick someone into saying this is Coca-Cola.
Why is there a pink hue to my Coca-Cola? Oh, don't worry about it.
I think I'm as ready as I'll ever be to sample this.
You're not even going to mix it. I guess it's
Well,
slightly self-mixing.
it doesn't. It smells very strongly of medicine. I will say that. It just smells like I'm going to drink straight up medicine. I tell you what, it's not that bad.
I'm not surprised because so many of these. I'm okay.
Whew. The sourness of the strawberry lemonade takes the edge off everything, as well as I think the Warhead watermelon soda. That sourness sort of takes the edge off all of the other disgusting flavors. All right, what was your ranking out of the 6 that we have?
Ooh.
What would you say is from best to worst?
All right. I will preface by saying I don't think I could finish any of these, but I think just the vanilla flavor, pretty not offensive.
So this is going to be a number 1, is it?
So yeah, maybe a number 1, and between like that was okay. This is okay. Pretty interchangeable, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And following up next, I guess, is the fairly tasteless birthday cake.
Yeah.
It's just sweet. Followed by the Warhead.
Sour.
And of course we're not surprised. Oh, here, let me just get rid of that.
Wow, you drank it all down.
Yeah, but as I said, like maybe it depends on how you feel. Maybe you could even swap. I could even see myself preferring the root beer over
There you go.
the others. Maybe, but maybe not. As I said, they're all pretty. These 3 are pretty interchangeable.
I tell you what, your ranking is pretty close to my ranking. The only difference that I would make is that I would probably put the Warhead here. So my number one, I don't know why we're going Japanese style with our numbering, but my number one is the Calypso, followed by the A&W root beer, followed by the, actually, let's make the Warhead Sour number two, because it was less offensive than the A&W. And then these just get more chemically as they go along.
You prefer the root beer over the vanilla drink?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Just to me, it's slightly lesser. Only slightly less offensive. As you can see, they're right next to each other. So they're about on par. But I think I prefer the A&W root beer over the coffee cake soda. I don't think I'm going to get my fixing on that one. But that's that. I guess that's all of our thoughts, unless you've got anything else you want to say.
Kieran made me spill coffee all over my crutch today.
That's true.
And
that was still more enjoyable than half the drinks.
Yeah, I enjoyed that more.
It was an accident, folks. But thank you and goodbye.